Summertime in the city, and that means a couple things. Most importantly, it's the start of festival season. But this year, it also means it's the start of riot season. A little bit more on that a bit later. But first, Montreal is known as a city of festivals. Two of the most important on the festival itinerary are Pop Montreal and Montreal Fringe. Pop Montreal was founded in 2002 and is a massive musical undertaking. Generally takes place September 29th to October 3rd. There's movies, music, arts, eats, treats, and 400 acts, different genres, rock, indie, hip hop, and everything in between. But there's also Spring Pop that takes place in just a couple weeks, running from June 3rd to June 6th at the Ukrainian Federation. And they're looking for people to come out to enjoy the activities, but also for volunteers. Some of the key events of Spring Pop are on June 3rd. There's the so-called movie premiere at 6 p.m. On June 4th and 5th, there's the Silver Mount Zion Orchestra at 6 p.m. On the 5th and 6th as well, from 10:30 a.m. till 6, there's a kids pop workshop. And something that I hope to attend, there is Ukulele Bizarro, which is a daytime ukulele workshop, play along, and evening film screening. Ukulele madness, and if you don't have a ukulele, come play air ukulele. There may be a ukulele hero coming out for the Guitar Hero fans. I don't know, that's just a guess, but ukuleles are coming back. I'm telling you, you heard it here first. More information at popmontreal.com. If you can't be there, do not worry, CUTV will be there. We'll be recording some of the events, including the ukulele throwdown, and we'll be getting it back to you. Montreal Fringe Festival, another one I had mentioned. This one takes place from June 1st to 20th. And Montreal Fringe, like all Canadian Fringe festivals, sort of falls under four basic principles. Number one, there is no artistic direction. Artists are selected completely by lottery. Number two, there's no censorship. Artists are completely free to perform anything they want. Number three, accessibility to artists. Anyone can apply to the lottery. And number four, accessibility to the audience. Ticket prices are kept very low, and 100% of the ticket price you do pay goes directly to the artists you've seen perform that day. Montreal's version of this global festival phenomenon started in 1991 and has grown to be a major date on the city's alternative arts scene. Last year, more than 55,000 people attended the indoor and outdoor venues, and this year is looking to be just as good, probably better. There's 90 companies from 6 different countries around the world set to perform. It takes place in the Plateau Mile End area, and there's going to be 700 performances. Information for that is montrealfringe.ca. And like Pop Montreal, CUTV will be there if you can't be there, but do everything you can to get out because Fringe and Pop are both very cool. But now moving on to riot season. In case you've been living under a rock, in a cave, with your fingers in your ears, and have zero interest in hockey, or haven't been anywhere near the downtown core, the Montreal Canadiens are in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Montreal is an absolutely hockey-mad city, mad being the appropriate word in this case. The Cinderella Habs, as they've been called, weren't supposed to make it in the playoffs. They snuck in with 1 point. Supposed to be eliminated in the first round. 1 in 7 games. Got to the second round against the defending Stanley Cup champions, Pittsburgh Penguins. Supposed to be eliminated. Won that in Game 7. And now they're in the conference finals. But after winning the second round, not even winning the Stanley Cup, just getting to the conference finals, the mayhem spilled out onto the streets. Downtown Montreal turned into a sea of red, white, and blue flags, chanting and everything. But a few people took advantage of this opportunity, and looting happened. Dozens of people were arrested. Cars were burned. Stores were just destroyed. And so we at CUTV were wondering, why does this happen? Why destroy your own city when you've won? And not even won everything. You're halfway there. So we went to the street to ask Montrealers, and maybe not even just Montrealers. I believe we talked to some people from BC as well. But why riot? Is it hockey fans going crazy? Or is it a few people taking advantage of the euphoria that's happening and using that as a shield to cause the mayhem? Here's what they said.
If you're happy that a team won, I think you should celebrate in another way.
I understand just in screaming, or showing your support, but when people go a little nuts, that's just because they're a little too drunk.
My opinion is a very simple one. The people that are causing trouble after the games are not really hockey fans. They're not following hockey. They probably don't know anything about hockey. They're hooligans, and it's just their opportunity to cause trouble because that's what they like to do. It's got nothing to do with hockey or the fans.
Now, I don't know which one of them is right. I have my own opinions, but nobody really cares about them, not even myself half the time. But let's just hope that when the Habs do continue on, what do you call them, the Habs, the Canadiens, God's team? when they do continue on and win their 25th cup, that the euphoria stays as euphoria and doesn't turn into madness. I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. I have a feeling that there will be more of this, which is unfortunate because it kind of soils and sullies the greatness of what's happening for the city. But we'll wait and see. And as I said, those two festivals, Pop Montreal and Fringe Montreal, CUTV will be there. Hopefully we'll see you there. But if you can't make it, check us out and we'll get all the information to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.